Hi everyone, welcome to Tomb Raider Anniversary. This is my fourth time starting this recording because Adobe Premiere is doing the thing that I was mentioning in the last video where it stops randomly, allegedly because something is using up the CPU, and I've been running the task manager to see what that might be. Like, why would you make a program this way where anything that might... I think I bitched about this already in the last one. And of course it didn't happen for the entirety of that recording. And when I tried it 3 times while recording. And then I just played the video without recording just to see how long it would go before doing it again. And of course it never did it. So I press record, I say, hey everybody, and it goes for 1 second and then just pauses the playback. Why would you make a program like this? Adobe, please get your fucking shit together. Anyway, this is the Coliseum level, and this is a pretty short video compared to the other ones because this is a very short level compared to the other ones. I am making it take longer than it needs to because I'm trying to figure out which path to take in the water, and I have to keep going back up for air so I don't die. But that's not a huge problem because it's a short level. This is the kind of stuff that I would usually be cutting out, but it's already a short video. I don't think anybody really cares. I was gonna upload this yesterday, but I ended up doing a lot of stuff, including recording a video, doing something with JT, doing a stream. It was a good evening. Got some stuff done, but and I recorded the gameplay for this on either Thursday or yesterday as well. So that's cool. And yeah, here's me not knowing what to do in this part for way too long. There's that silly glitch again. It does it most times that I am going around a corner on the ledges. And I don't really know why. I haven't seen it happen in any other footage of this game on PC. So I don't know if it's a normal thing. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but it is weird, and it does make the shimmying take longer. But not by all that much. And then here is a most unfortunate part of this game. We've already been forced to gun down some wolves whose natural habitat we were encroaching upon. And now we have to murder some beautiful, majestic gorillas just because they're in the Coliseum and they want to kill me. I fucked that up somehow. I always mess up the timing on those things. I really hate that it makes you do them. I kind of wish that it was something that you, like, had the option to trigger, rather than just something that they do sometimes. Especially just because when I'm in shooty mode, I'm, like, clicking, so it's very easy to, like, just fire one shot and fuck the whole thing up. But yeah, like, I don't want to shoot Monkey. I want to be Monkey. I was talking about that again in a recent stream about how I want to fucking be Monkey. Go back to Monkey. Reject humanity. I was talking on the stream about how, oh yeah, there's our French buddy who was talking there. telling us to pick up the pace. I don't know where he is. I don't know what his deal is. I don't know if anyone in the comments is a Tomb Raiderologist and knows what the name of that character is, or if he's like in another thing or something. Then you can tell me that. But he's pretty annoying. He's like, Lara, I will find the treasure before you. And then you just, you get to the end of the level and he's just already there, and then you get it. And then he's like, but I have still won, Lara. But I don't think he's like the villain. I'm pretty sure the villain is like whatever weird demon thing is in the opening cinematic. And like, I don't know. There's dark forces amok. Also, gotta love the lever and switch pulling in this game, where you can do it from any direction, which is correct and good, and that's how it should be, but they never position her or like animate it right, so she'll just do the regular lever pull animation, even she's like 5 feet away from the lever, as you could see there. And yeah, there are enemies around, not these bats, there are more gorillas in the Coliseum proper, but I wanted to hork around up here for a little bit to see if there's any goodies worth getting, and the answer to that seems to be no. So yeah, gorilla. That was a thing in Disney Adventure magazine. If anybody remembers those or has those, I guess this would be more appropriate commentary for the Chicken Little Let's Play, which I was going to try to upload part 6 of that and this on the same day, either yesterday or today, but that's not happening, so you're probably getting Chicken Little on Sunday, if anything. But yeah, I'm really shooting these gorillas. Got that one. It's very satisfying when you do get it, but again, I wish that the adrenaline shots weren't mandatory. And these cougars, or what are they? Is it a puma or some kind of mountain lion? I don't know, some large wild kitty. I love that dive. It's always good when you get a good slope to do the big swan dive off of. I feel like I was saying something, and I do not remember what it was. Oh yeah, Disney Adventure. That was a magazine. It ran from like the early 90s until like 2007, and I was thinking about them earlier today. And the thing that and from what I can tell, most people like, read them for were the comics inside, because otherwise, like, the articles inside and like there are like magazine games and whatnot, like I think there were like word searches and shit, and then it's ads, and all of the stuff inside is just Disney stuff, Disney Channel stuff, Disney games, Disney movies coming out around the time. And they would have like sometimes interviews, and otherwise, yeah, look, I'll talk about that in a second. Otherwise, it was just kind of like the kind of stuff you would find articles in like Entertainment Weekly, although much less formal and obviously aimed at children. Yeah, this spinning around, that's what happens when you just hold D. When I'm just holding right, which usually would just mean walking left or right while you have this thing on the grappling hook. But when you're up against this wall, that means apparently spinning around incredibly quickly and not being able to fucking see what you're doing and not moving. So yeah, I thought that you had to use the grappling hook to get this, which is like pretty much impossible, but I forgot that you can just push and pull this thing, which also proved to be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but definitely more possible than what I was trying to do. Although I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this and I have no proof, I'm pretty sure on my first playthrough of this game I did manage to get it over with the grappling hook, but it was not easy, and I'm glad I figured out that you can push and pull it and actually do it. Or I could just be bullshitting, but I think that happened, but I'm probably wrong. Anyway, one of the some of the comics in the Disney Adventure ones, and they would do quarterly issues that were called the Comic Zone ones, which were all comics, which were the ones that I would usually try to get. And you would just find them in like the supermarket, like checkout aisle with all the other magazines around the time. And they had comics just based on Disney shit. So they had like Mickey Mouse stuff, they had Incredible stuff for a while, they had Pirates of the Caribbean stuff when Dead Man's Chest was coming out, stuff like that. But then they also had these like recurring comics, and one of them was called Gorilla, and it was about a gorilla named Gorilla, and when danger threatens and he has to go sicko mode, he turns into a giant King Kong-like monkey boy named Gorilla, and he has to fight his arch enemy Lizard, who is actually his best friend Lizard, who is a Gorilla fanboy, and does not know that when he gets he has a short temper and is also very unlucky. So things go poorly and piss him off very, very frequently, and he turns into Lizard and starts wrecking shit. There are also aliens that show up sometimes and just kind of do things for the sake of it. And, I don't know, saying gorillas, it just came out of my brain. I don't know why I decided to say that, but I did, and that's why. That's what it was. And I was just thinking about Disney Adventure Magazine today. Those are good times. I think I am going to save, if I want to talk any more about it, I think I am going to save it for the Chicken Little one, because it just matches up a little bit better, subject matter-wise. See, I get ready for a lot of me shuffling around and trying to figure out what I can and can't do here. I also don't know why this gets the found a secret thing. I mean, I guess it is the dual caliber pistols, so it's, or I don't know if it's dual caliber, it might be dual something caliber pistols, but the dual pistols. So I guess that's cool, but I don't know, you have to go over here, so they didn't seem super hidden to me, but whatever. So what's been going on with me? I've been watching some spooky movies for the spooky season. Not too many outright horror movies. I've watched a couple, and I have a few left to do. I have honestly inadvertently saved all of the like scariest and goriest movies for the last week of October, which, again, I don't really think I intentionally did necessarily, but it is what happened, and it, works out reasonably well. Most of the time it's just been stuff that's like either not all that scary to begin with, or just stuff that has like cool autumnal vibes, it just gives me that kind of October-y feel. I watched one of the direct-to-video Scooby-Doo movies, which I would really like to see all of those at some point, because I really like them, and I liked the ones that I watched as a kid, which I've only seen like Zombie Island, Witch's Ghost, Alien Invaders, and I think I saw Cyber Chase when I was younger, but I don't remember, but I definitely recognize the cover. But there are a bunch, and I would like to watch more of them. But we watched one of the actually kind of newer ones. It's from 2010, and it was called Camp Scare. And I never saw it as a kid, and this is actually kind of rare for me, because not many things really do this that I haven't already seen. I never saw it as a kid, and yet it still gave me the same sort of feeling of being a kid in that time period of mid to late 2000s that I get when I watch stuff from that time period that I did see and that I do remember, which is pretty cool, just the vibe. Just the kinds of TV and direct-to-video fare that was coming out around that time, more mid-2000s than this is 2010, so it's kind of on the later end of the spectrum. But yeah, mid to late 2000s sort of. You don't really get that kind of stuff anymore, that direct-to-video stuff. I mean, for one thing, because nobody makes anything on video at all. But I just mean, not just in terms of the medium, but in terms of the feel of it. And I can't really describe it any more than just that. It has its own I don't know, stuff just feels different now. Again, I have never... I'm still, working to try to find the words to describe it, but, there are just certain things that stick out to me as being of the last few years versus the last, that time period of the 2000s. Most of that kind of stuff, most of the, energy and money that would normally go to stuff like that has now gone to streaming films. But yeah, those have a different feel to them. Like, stuff on streaming feels different than the stuff that you would get on video. And I don't know if it is the medium, the nature of the medium, that has changed the feeling. And I don't want to say the aesthetic necessarily, although more with regard to live action stuff, I do think that is true. I do think that live action streaming stuff has, especially comedies and remakes of things on streaming, seem to have a particular look to them that doesn't look like normal TV of now, really, or especially not TV of the 2000s or of the 90s, which, I've been watching X-Files lately, and it's been really neat. I really like watching 90s shows and early 2000s shows because of what they were filmed on. I mean, X-Files was filmed on film, so just I don't know, the lighting, the coloring, the grain, it just especially for that show, it just looks really nice. It just gives it that extra sort of spooky vibe that I dig, and it's also just a good show. I also watched Hubie Halloween, the new Adam Sandler Halloween movie, and that gave me some kind of maybe not 2000 specifically, but it felt like an old Sandler flick, and it was nice. I actually liked it. Anyway, now we're here in Midas's palace shooting more monkeys. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry, my brethren. Yeah, I get my ass kicked. That's what I get. And yeah, if you just fall in the water, they just get disinterested. Anyway, yeah, video's wrapping up, so we'll just let the rest of this monkey battle play itself out. And in the next one, I'll see you for getting into King Midas's palace proper. So I will see you all then for that.